Hello people, hello people, it's Hadibayo, and I'm so glad to have you on this episode again. I'm very glad to have you people. First, before we dive in, I need to say a very big thank you. A very big thank you concerning last week's episode. The likes, the views, especially the comments, the feedbacks, they were really amazing. I was able to learn from you. I'm not going to lie, I was able to learn from the feedbacks, from the comments, and that's the purpose of this episode. For us to learn together, for us to interact together. In as much as I'm the only one in this video, for now, I'm also able to learn from you, from the comments, from your feedbacks. I'm able to learn from you. Thank you so much. Second, next week, I'm going to be dropping the first music session for the year. And you don't want to miss it. Here's a teaser.
Hide me now under your wings.
So I guess you don't want to miss it. So stay tuned. Next weekend precisely, we'll be dropping the first music section for the year. And I hope to have you guys watch it and tune in. Now let us dive in. A topic so that I make sure that what I'm getting it exactly is 3 life-changing discoveries I made after I started to read. This is a follow-up video to the article I released, the very first article I released on my website. If you want to check out my website, you should check out my website. There are things you would get from there. You really should check out my website and you would love it. I have 3 articles already on the website, and I think you should check them out. So this is a follow-up video to the very first article I posted on the website. 3 life-changing discoveries I made after I started to read. Now here's the backstory. My reading journey started properly in 2024. Before then, I would just read, passively. I would read maybe 2 books in a year, 1 book in a year. I was really a bad reader. Until in 2022, I had an encounter with one of my clients, a general in the army, and I was in his office for business purposes. And then we started to talk about, other things, life, and he asked me a question. He said, "Have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad?" I was like, "No, sir." He said, "You're not serious." He told me point blank, said I'm not ready for business, that I should go and get that book. And the next time I come to his office, I should make sure I come back with that book. So I did that, and that was when I started to read, but not properly. I read the book. I probably read another book that year, but my reading journey started properly last year. And now these are 3 things I discovered when I started to read. Number 1 thing is that you would not even know the importance of reading until you start reading. This is not the first point. I'm just saying this. You would not know the importance of reading before you start reading. When you start reading, then you will actually discover these things. And out of the things you discover these 3 things I'm going to mention. The number 1 thing is it saves you time. Your most valuable asset. Time is the most valuable asset. It saves you time. Most of the time we're like, okay, reading books takes time. Yes, I'm not going to lie to you, it takes time. And I feel like there are other things I need to do. I have other things like on my plate that I need to carry out. So books is really going to take my time. By just sitting down and reading books. I'm going to tell you the facts. Ironically, book saves you time. And I'll tell you why. Because books has to do with experiences of other people who have gone ahead of you. They put their experiences into an hard copy, something tangible for you to read. So you're able to know what they did at a particular time in their life, the practical steps they took to achieve certain things in life. So books actually saves you time. So you're not going on life doing trial and error. And this is the thing. If you decide to go live life based on your own experiences, you will make a lot of mistakes. You're going to waste time because you want to try this thing If it doesn't work, you try another thing. If it doesn't work. So you find out that before you know it, you've wasted a whole lot of time and you're not able to do a lot again. So books saves you time. You learn from what other people's experiences. You see what they did. Okay, when they were in debt, how did they come out? When they wanted to start a business, how did they approach it? How did they deal with people? So it saves you time. You're able to do what a lot in a short time if you start to read. And the number 2 thing is that it saves you resources, including money. It saves you resources, including money. I mean, I didn't know how to handle money before until I started to read. I'm going to be very sincere with you people. I did not know how to handle money before I started to read. I used to spend. But now, so it's very important. Books helps you to manage resources. You know the things to do. You know, okay, once money comes in, you have to save a particular percentage. You know that your money doesn't grow by savings. Your money grows by what? By investing your money. You know the things you should invest in. You should invest in real estate, invest in your business, start a business, invest in other people's businesses, invest in stocks. So reading helps you. It's a guideline. It helps you what? To save resources. You don't just channel your resources anyhow. You know how to channel your resources, especially money. I'm talking in terms of money now. Now, the third thing, which is very important, is that what? It saves you from regrets and avoidable mistakes. The Bible says that what? My people perish for lack of knowledge. I mean, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Even Bible knows that what? You need knowledge for you to navigate life. Without knowledge, you will not. I mean, it's sure that what? You're going to go through a lot. You're going to land yourself in trouble. So reading books gives you the knowledge you need to navigate life. And I'm going to be sincere. A lot of people, their lives are filled with regrets, avoidable mistakes, things they could have easily avoided if they had the right knowledge, if they had the right thing in their mind. But because they were not exposed to knowledge, they made a whole lot of mistakes. Some that are very, very regrettable. There are some people that have actually lost their life based on what? Based on lack of knowledge. The Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge. Let me just give an instance. When it comes to use, avoids you, it saves you from regrets and avoidable mistakes. Maybe in the area of marriage or choosing a life partner. Exposing yourself to the right books helps you to know the things you need to check out in a person before you go on a life journey with that person. It helps you to know, okay, these are the things I need to check out. These are the things the person needs to be. Needs to be like before I can decide to what? Say yes or choose this person on this life journey with me. There are a lot of people that have made that kind of mistakes, and it's very important. So this is just one instance. We have other instances. We have marriage, and it saves you from regrets and avoidable mistakes. It saves you. Now I'm going to read something here on this article. I want to read it word for word. That's the conclusion. And I'm going to be very, very candid with you here. Number 1 thing is, if you don't read, don't expect to be great. If you don't read, don't expect. I know I'm pinching you somewhere now, but I'm going to be very sincere. If you just want to live through life, fine, fantastic. But if you really want to be great in life, you need to read. If you don't read, don't expect to be great in life. Number 2, if you don't seek knowledge, you are setting yourself up for mediocrity and failure. If you want to fail in life, let me tell you the best way to fail in life. Don't read. Don't acquire knowledge. Just live your life passively. You get? So if you don't seek knowledge, you're setting yourself up for mediocrity and failure in life. The number 3, if you wait to learn only from personal experience, only from your own experiences, number 1, you will waste time, you will waste resources, and most likely fail to fulfill your purpose in life. I will take this again. If you wait to learn only from personal experiences, only from your own experiences, you decide not to learn from other people's experiences, probably captured in books, in videos and all, you will waste time, which is your most valuable asset. You will waste resources, and most likely you will fail to fulfill your purpose in life. But once you wasted time, you wasted resources, those are the things you need to fulfill your purpose in life. So you are setting yourself up for that if you don't read. I will read this last part, the conclusion, and it's on the article. Want to be a great business person? Read books on business and sales. Do you want to build a strong marriage? Read books on marriage, read books on relationship. There are books out there. You want to be a great leader, invest in leadership books. Read books. Do you want to build lasting wealth? Read books on finances and wealth. You can check out my website. I have the resources part. There are books there for you for free. You can download free books that I've personally read and I would recommend for you. So you can go to my website, the resources aspect of the page, the resources aspect of the website, and you have access to these books. Download them, read. They are in segments. So I have the personal development, the spiritual books, I have the fiction and non-fiction part. So just go on my website and you can check for books PDF if you prefer to read the soft copy. So please start reading today. I said what? Remember, my people perish for lack of knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. If you truly want to grow, succeed, and live a meaningful life, start reading today. If you truly want to grow, succeed, and live a meaningful life, start reading today. I'm hoping to hear from you, and maybe I'm going to drop maybe the next episode after we drop our music session next week. It's going to be probably steps you can take on how to read, because it's if you're not a reader, it might be bothersome, it might be a bit stressful at the start, but I'm going to tell you guys how you can approach it to make it easy for you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next week again. God bless you. Cheers.